Well, today I'd like to welcome Richard Morgan to the studio. Richard, how are you today, huh?
Very good.
You were Speaker of the House in North Carolina. You're also a businessman and a cattle rancher, and you've got some great ideas about where North Carolina is headed. And you still live in North Carolina. You were born there as well?
I was born and grew up there and have my business and office there.
Where's your office?
In Pinehurst, North Carolina, the world's golf capital. Then in the capital city of Raleigh.
In your career as Speaker of the House, what are you most proud of accomplishing?
Certainly it'd have to be helping to get $180 million to build a state-of-the-art cancer facility in Chapel Hill at the University of North Carolina. A second would be to have helped get $66 million to build a heart and stroke center in eastern North Carolina at East Carolina University Medical Center.
Now, has that improved the lives of people in North Carolina?
Certainly has. A stroke and heart belt across the east, and why should people have to go out of North Carolina to get the best medical care when we have some of the finest medical care in the Research Triangle Park, RTP they call it.
North Carolina, first in flight, 48th in education. What can be done about that?
You've got to make a complete commitment to have quality teachers.
How do you do that?
And teachers ought to be paid as professionals instead of second-class employees. And we ought to pay them at a level, I don't care how we find the dollars to do it, so that they're lined up at the door to get those jobs.
Does a business career set you up for a good political career?
I entered political life and was able to transcend business into politics. But nowadays, I do consulting work because businessmen and businesswomen in North Carolina and outside North Carolina typically don't understand government or politics.
Let's say you and I hop in the time machine right now, head to North Carolina 30 years from now. What are we going to see?
First of all, I'd like to come back in a time machine 30 years from now. North Carolina is going to be number one in education, one in healthcare, and number one in business because of the things that we do today to make that happen in the future.
That sounds like a bright future, and I think I want to head there with you right now in my time machine.